Hey guys, time for another oddball video. We are here in the Midwest and we have had some temperatures of minus 36 degrees, beautiful below zero weather, and that is the perfect time to find out if your battery has a problem. Well, beyond that, I also have not driven this vehicle a whole lot. We were driving the other one all the time, so this one was sitting. So perfect time to do a battery test, and the battery said no. So we are changing the battery today in the 2015 Kia Sorento SXL.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I thought since we had this problem, other people might have this problem as well. So I wanted to go ahead and do a video to show everybody how to do this a little bit easily. So let's go ahead and do this. So the first thing is, this is a push button entry to the car. So obviously if you have no battery, you can't push the button to get into your car. So the key fob, push that little button, it will actually release. And there is a key inside of there. Ta-da! Obviously, this battery is just right at 7 years old now.
Yep. And it's handily buried below this assembly.
Awesome.
So I think the first thing we're going to try to do is take this little assembly off. So I'm going to try to pop these loose and then lift this whole thing out to expose the battery.
Perfect. And of course, all you have to do is call your local parts place and tell them what year, make, and model you have of the vehicle, and they will tell you they've got certain batteries that will actually fit based on the terminals and how much you really want to spend. I would say get a good battery.
Yes.
You don't want to be out somewhere in the sticks and have your battery take a dump. Now, this is what size of battery, Joe?
I'm going to have to look, but I think it's like a 700 or 800 cold cranking amp, and the bigger the number, the better.
All right. And here in the Midwest, we have a lot of below zero days. So when we had that 36-degree below zero wind chill, it was horrific.
Yeah.
And the car thought so too. So there was the 3 grommet screws that was holding this down. So that took a little bit of work to get those out, but now he can actually take that cover off
And lift this assembly out.
and then expose the battery.
Yep. So now our job becomes a whole lot easier.
Nice. All right, so the battery was supposed to have 12 volts or amps?
12 volts.
Okay.
And I've said what it has. It's 8.6.
Okay.
So about
And that's after charging it for 2 days.
That's after charging it for 2 days. So basically what it means, there's 6 cells in there. Probably 2 of them are dead. What we're doing is loosen those battery terminal nuts and the battery terminals. Get that out of the way.
Okay.
Get this whole assembly out of the way.
Okay.
Kind of slide that off to the side.
All right.
Then way down in here, I don't know if you can see my finger, but right at the end of that, there is a 12mm bolt. It's a clamp bolt that holds the whole battery assembly in place.
Okay.
And so to get up above it, I'm going to use a couple long socket extensions.
Okay.
Make our job a whole lot easier.
All right. So it's facing upward?
So it's facing upwards.
Okay.
And
Yeah, and unfortunately it's too dark. I can't see down in there.
But it's straight down in the center. 12mm does it. Around and around it goes.
All right.
And here is the clamp assembly that we pull out. So that's all out of the way. At this point, we can start working the battery out of the hole with a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
Because it's heavy.
So convenient.
Conveniently located.
Mm-hmm.
One eternity later.
Nice.
So this is just a little piece of foam.
Okay. Don't bust a nut. All right, so here's the hole that it came out of. So he's getting ready to put everything back in.
And that hole there in the front is where that little clamp was.
And be prepared, because these things are always going to happen at the absolute worst time, like when it's colder than a witch's tit. Swear if you have to.
So before we've even taken these caps off, you can get your little probe of your voltmeter on each cap.
Okay.
and check it and make sure you got a good battery.
All right. He did say that it was already charged. We didn't have to put it on the charger or anything.
Right, but we're going to make sure that it really is. Look at my meter. Look how happy that is.
Yeah, that's a bit of a change.
Yes, it is.
All right, so now he's putting that sleeve back around, that little foam insulating sleeve back around before he takes those post caps off.
So next order of business is we're going to put this little clamp back on. Now you can see down in there. See where the bolt is?
Okay, yeah.
So now, if we're just going to reverse course on a ratchet, put it in a tighten position, and we're going to tighten that clamp back down.
Setting your phone on there for a light, that's pretty handy.
Yeah, works well. Okay, so now we're going to pull these little pull tabs.
Okay. And that just protects the posts.
That just protects the post while it's in shipping.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll put our positive back on first.
Does it matter which side you put on first?
It really does.
Okay, and why is that?
Because if you have a chance of any sparks for any reason, you don't want to explode a battery. So if you put the positive on first, the ground side is always the safe side.
Okay. So just reversing course and putting the connectors back onto the posts. Positive first.
Positive went on first.
Does it matter how tight you make them?
You want to get them so they feel nice and tight, but not overly tight where you strip or break the bolts.
Okay.
So I always grip it up here close so I don't get so much leverage on it. If you pull it back here, you might break your bolt, and then that'll be a bad day for you.
Yes.
So that side's done.
Okay.
This side I'm going to give it a little tap. Make sure it's seated down.
Okay.
Because it wasn't quite all the way down. Now we'll put this chunk of air box and I don't know what back in.
Okay. Where does that connect to back there?
I believe it's part of the air box assembly for the intake.
Okay.
Okay, so
it's not covering the battery though. Before we couldn't see the battery at all, so what's missing?
Nothing's missing. The battery looks different if you look at the top of it. That other one was totally flat black on the top.
Yeah.
With almost no stickers. This sucker's covered with stickers.
Oh, so it's fine. There's nothing missing.
Nothing missing.
Okay. That was just I'm a woman and don't know what you're doing, so I'm asking question because there will be women that watch this video.
There'll be women that can do this repair.
Absolutely.
There's nothing on here you can't do without, proper tools and a little bit of instruction.
So now it's got like those little wing nut things or whatever.
So now it's got these little grommets, and you just run these screws back out so that these squishes in.
Hey, let me see those a little bit better.
Okay, so see how it squishes in?
Yeah.
Okay, so this just goes back in the hole.
There's 3 of those.
Give it a push.
Oh, I thought you had to screw it in or something.
No, you screw them out, but you push them in. Why?
Right.
I don't know. That's just the way it works.
All right. It is so cold out here. I don't know how you're doing that without gloves. My fingertips are frozen right now.
So we have everything assembled right at the moment. So if I hand you this, you should be able to A, unlock the door, and B, put your foot on the brake and get it to start.
Let's see. Yay! That is a good sign. So let's see if I can start this bad boy. Ooh. Yay! Yay! I got a running car again. So a fairly easy replacement overall. It was right around $200, including the core charge, which I think it was actually more than that for the hot rod when we had to replace the battery on the hot rod last year. But it is simple enough that a woman can do it as long as you have the strength to lift the battery. I don't know that I could have easily done that, but anyway, hopefully this video was helpful. If you are new to this channel, please hit that like and subscribe and ring bell notifications so you don't miss out on the latest and greatest. Also, please don't forget to check out some of our other great videos we have on the parks, the rides, resorts, resort rooms, Skyliner rides, day trips, car shows, outdoor pizza oven videos, Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and Disney World. Thank you so much for watching.